Hello YouTubers and fellow Square Enix fans, my name is Daryl from Final Fantasy Fan, and today we're continuing our Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Just checking my stream as to why it's not currently... There we go. Right, so, I have someone picking up something that I sold on Marketplace in about half an hour, give or take, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. He was supposed to be arriving any moment now. I figured, you know what, he did message me, he's gonna be a little later. I'm like, okay, cool, that's okay. I'm just gonna... start streaming, and then if he comes by, we'll give a be right back screen for a second. So I'm selling a Monopoly version, Monopoly Limited Star Wars Edition version. And I've had it for a while. When I bought it secondhand off a flea market myself, like 12 years ago, 15 years ago, I don't know. I bought it really cheap, and when I opened it, everything was still in the seal. Well, not the box itself, but everything inside the box, it was still in plastic, etc. And I think I've only played it like once or twice during those 12 or 15 years that I've had it. And I'm like, yeah, it's time to let go of it. So I put it on Marketplace, and, you know, Star Wars being collectible and all, it sold pretty quickly. For a bit more than I bought it, but yeah, this was the only option really, because I bought it so dirt cheap. The thing is like, I like Star Wars, but I'm not a massive collector like I am with Final Fantasy when it comes to that. Okay, where do I go with here? Got a horse. What do we do with this? This one is called... Cannot Say Nigh. Up there, okay. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Wars fan, but not a massive one where I need to collect it. So I'm just selling it. And also the board games. I'm a big fan of board games, but Monopoly is not one of those games. And I'm like, alright, let's sell it. See if I can make someone happy. He offered me a decent price. Well, a good price, actually. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it. Slowly getting rid of some excess stuff that I have here. Used to import a lot of stuff from Japan as well. It's just taking up so much space. You know, I'm not in a hurry to sell it, so I'm like, you know, if I can get a good price, I'll sell it. If not, I'll hang on to it for a little bit longer. So you guys might hear my new doorbell. And it's a different tune than before. It's definitely not as loud and buzzing as it was before. But the moment you guys hear it, I'll be right back. Shouldn't take too long. And then after that, we'll start doing some dungeons, because I can't do them right now. Don't want people to wait on me. So we're just gonna... Well, unfortunately, you guys have to wait on me. I'm gonna do the Golden Saucer after this one. I'm also selling some of my Vita games. I've recently started playing on my Vita again. It's such an awesome console, really. Might the map open up? I don't think I pressed on the map yet. Alright, now we're good to go. Turn those in. So we'll do some roulettes, etc. And we will... It's Thursday today, yeah, so we'll have some time to push on with the main quest. I know there's quite a few dungeons and trials and stuff that we still have to unlock. So I've recently been looking into playing some of my old school games again, the ones that I grew up with, basically. Like, there was an era where I used to play a lot of Nintendo, and then a lot of PlayStation. But mainly during the PlayStation 1 era, I also used to play a lot of PC games. Now these are games like late 90s, early zeros, like Fallen Haven, Die by the Sword, Lords of the Fallen, Gunlock, Soul Reaver, those kind of games. And yeah, they've been drawing my attention for a while, so I might give them a go again. And they're also still pretty decently viewed on my channel as well. A lot of people are asking, hey, what do you, how did you play this, how do you do this, how do you do this, etc. Like, yeah, maybe I should go back to those old school games, because I enjoy them. It's not for everyone, sure. The thing with those old school games is that the graphics might not be for everyone, you know, it's pretty outdated graphics. But, the gameplay is top notch. Maybe it's also partial nostalgia, you know? Okay, we sold a few items again, that's cool. Let's put some stuff on Marketplace. What do we have? Let's still... This Godwalker shielding. That one's worth nothing at this point. Wait. Really? I'll just sell it. There you go. How about a diamond tier? Is that worth anything? Ooh, that one's worth decent money. I think that's the one you need for the animal weapon. This one's worth nothing, so we're gonna sell it. This one's worth a little bit. $28.49. Okay, we got 4 spots left. What else? This is fishing lures. Gonna sell this thing if this is worth anything. Ooh. Oh, that's mine. That's my vendor. 2,400. Alright. We'll go 2,300. And then we'll split them apart, because I don't think there's anyone that needs multiple of them. Faded copy of Hunger. Guess we can sell them for $2.95. Sell all of them in one batch. This is worth money? Don't really use them right now, so might as well sell them. Okay, we still got a lot of stuff like this. It's worth nothing. It's also worth nothing. It's also worth nothing. Most of these are worth nothing. Alright. That takes care of that one. I'm also still, you know, taking... Oh! Yo, Adam! How you doing, buddy? What's up? Thanks for chilling in the stream. Yeah, man. I was at work a little bit, you know, because of the time difference, but I was glad to be able to catch your stream, man. I was lurking. I think I stayed about an hour or so, like 2 hours. But I appreciate the 15 months, man. How's your first day going? Fortunately, I wasn't able to use any music. But I was glad I was able to catch one of your streams, man. The time zone is so annoying. Doing right, got more edibles, so I'm perfect. Right, awesome. What you munching on? Snack or like actual dinner or? Busy. That's... things have mainly been very busy with the moving of, you know... I had to, they were renovating my house, so I had to move out. And then after a month, the renovation was done, I had to move back in. So I did most of it myself. Wonka bar. 300, jeez, that's a big one. I mean, maybe not for American standards, but... Yeah, man, I hope things have been doing good. I'd like to try and stop a bit more in streams now and then. Now that the move is completely done as well, I should have a little bit more time than I normally have. But yeah, just last month was just very, very, very busy. Also, not too long ago, acquired a new job, so... Well, I don't think I fit the normal, what's the right word? Criteria either. Then again, do you want to be normal? I think normal is boring. $3,900. I think I've got all of them. I like my little corner of... Hey man, you just do you, right? The only one you have to face at the end of the evening is yourself. If you can't look yourself into the mirror, then, you know... Nah, I think just, you know, don't be normal. More fun. There we go. 5K. Perfect score. I'm currently waiting for someone to ring my doorbell so I can sell him Star Wars 1997 limited edition from Star Wars Monopoly. That was like a limited run back in the day. So until that time, I'm kind of stuck here doing nothing. Well, I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing side stuff, but I bought it myself like 12 years ago at a flea market for like $5, I think. And it was time to let go because it's just sitting on my shelf. I think I played it once, maybe twice in those 12 years. So I'm like, I'm trying to get rid of some stuff, trying to create some space, and earn a little bit of side money on the side. I think I've sold. He's buying it for 20, which is fair price. Honestly, I bought 5. Played it a bit, and it's actually in really good condition still. But I'm like, yes, I could technically ask. Yeah, I got 20 for it, so I made 15 bucks. It was never my intention to sell for profit, because I like board games. But at some point you just want to let go of stuff, and then hopefully you at least you sell it for more than you got it for, which in this case is the case. So I made 15 bucks. So it rose in value $1 a year. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff on it's like a Dutch version of eBay. It's called Marktplaats, which is like marketplace, but not the Facebook one. Yeah, some of them can go crazy prices. I had like I already sold that one as well. I think I sold that one for like 35. I had a Zelda Monopoly. Now that one I bought originally in the store, brand new, for like 50. So I did lose profit on it, or I didn't make profit on it. But, it was also just sitting here collecting dust. So I'm like, okay, let me just sell it. And 35, honestly, for a board game, it's alright. What else do I have on my shelf sitting right now? A lot of different games. I got like Mousetrap, the famous Mousetrap, Catan, Sphinx, Cannibals, Expedition Robinson, Stratego, like a I've got like 2 very old board games. One's like Tank Battle, and the other one is like a boat battle. I don't know what it's called. Tank Boat Destroyer, something. But these board games are dating like back from the 60s. Like, everything is made of cardboard. There is no plastic whatsoever. They're pretty old. Could I get potentially a lot for it? I don't know. I don't think it's worth the hassle to try and sell it at that price. If somebody offers me a tenner for it, I'm just, okay, here you go. Because I know a lot of my stuff comes from flea markets, so I know myself I'd never paid top notch for it. So, as long as I'm okay with the price, sell it. Mousetrap is fun. Mousetrap is fun, yeah. I got Wildlife, I've got Jungle Life, which are like DVD games. I don't think anyone will ever buy those. I got some Lego board games. And some games that are like unfamiliar. Fantasy Warriors. I've got a One Punch Man game. That one's like brand new in seal. Seen it. I think we called it is it like Pictionary? I got like a lot of Risk games. I got like 3 different board games of Risk. I got my Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm not selling that one. And I'm also not selling my Risk. I've got like 1 Risk board game that I don't want to sell. Interactive DVD-based board game that combines traditional trivia with on-screen movie clips. Okay, no, I don't think I've ever seen that. Or maybe I have, just never, like, stored it into my memory, if you will. But yeah, I had a phase where I was doing a lot of board games. I have a phase where I played a lot of video games. And there's still a few board games. I got the Mad game. Not sure if you know it, with the allowance. I think it's called Mad, M-A-D. And my girlfriend asked me, like, oh, I want to play that one, keep that one. So that's one of the games I'm keeping. Got like 4 or 5 different Dungeons and Dragons board game-like games. Licensed Dungeons and Dragons games. I'm keeping those. I like those games a lot, like Ravenloft or Dungeons and Dragons. The ones that you have like dungeons crawling experiences. You have heroes and, those are usually also the pretty expensive ones. Those brand new in stores go for like $100 or so. Alright, so we did that. Like, I'm just waiting for my doorbell to ring right now before we do any dungeons here. But yeah, I'm also selling PS2 games. I'm actually selling my copies of Dot Hack, if you're familiar with Dot Hack. I don't think you were much of an RPG guy, but maybe you do know him. Dot Hack Slash. Those alone should fetch a good price. Yeah, it's not for everyone. It's pretty, it's one of those niche games. They weren't released in a massive amounts, but they are very collectible among the RPG collectors. I'd say probably like you're looking at least 100 to 150 bucks per game for that one. Yeah. Yeah, and then so a lot of random PS2 games I collected over the years. Medal of Honor, one of the early Call of Duties, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1. Selling some of my DS games. Like, basically, I've searched through them, and if they're like anything like Resident Evil, Mega Man, or, some gems, I keep them. And the bulk I just sell. Like, it was never my intention to sell them, because I had a very large collection at one point. But I'm like, they serve their purpose. I bought them cheap, if I can sell them. I know game prices have gone up over the years, so I'm selling everything with a slight profit. Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts... I don't think 3 is in there. I have Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 for sale at the moment. But I don't sell Square Enix games, and if I do, that means I have a better copy of it. So the ones that are here, like Platinum versions, while I have the Black Label versions in my own collection. Yeah, I'm also selling... I'm selling right now on Marketplace. I have PS2, I have 3DS, Wii U, got a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays. They don't really sell that often, and if they do, for a few bucks. I'm about to put on my PS4 games, my PC games, my PS1 games, my PS4 games, my PS3 games as well. Like, everything that I just currently doesn't fit my current collecting spree, basically. Like, I would never sell anything Square Enix related. That's just not gonna happen. And like I said, if I do, then it means I already have a copy of that in my collection. Kingdom Hearts 1 is nice. I still need to dive into Kingdom Hearts a bit more, honestly. I've not spent as much time as I should have. But yeah, after now that my house is renovated, etc., I'm just gonna go through stuff and see, okay, do I need this? No. Do I want this? Not really. Alright, sell it. If I can't sell it, I'll donate it. If no one wants it, I'll just trash it. But if for me, in order to trash anything game-related, it's gonna have to be my ultimate last resort. Because, there's usually people buying it. Like, I didn't collect stuff that wouldn't sell. Like, everything I've collected over the years, I know has a certain value to a certain person. Yeah, that's the same for me. So I never trashed anything yet. Unless it's absolutely rubbish. And I don't even mean... Like, not even FIFA games. Yeah, me too. Like, donation for old clothing. I don't trash my old clothing. I put them in, like, a plastic... Well, you can put them in trash bags, and then you have these special containers to donate. I'm like... if I can't sell, I don't sell clothing. I just give them away. I know there's a huge market here in Europe for secondhand clothing, but I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna donate it. But I've got so much random shizzle, so much random stuff. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna sell it. Give me a second. I'm expecting this person soon. Currently my bathrobe. Well, not my bathrobe. I am clothed. I just have an external bathrobe over the top. So I'm looking for at least a pants. There you go. Found the pants. First thing I do when I come home is I just shed my clothing. Oh. Neighbors are still drilling. You guys can probably hear that on the stream. But you know, just selling a little bunch. I got like a Bose hi-fi cinema set that I'm selling. I'm like, yeah. I got it for free. I used it for years. And Bose is a pretty high expensive brand. You know, but I was surprised at the price I got for it. Wasn't that high, but then I looked at Google and like, yeah, they're generally not worth that much. Only got like 60 bucks for it. Brand new, those things are like 600. But no one's selling them for more than 60, so I couldn't ask more than 60. Because I'd be stuck with it forever, and I do want to get rid of it. And since I got it for free, you know, 60. This person's better start appearing soon. Let me see where it can, where's my... Trying to remember where I put that board game. I mean, the box is gigantic. It'd be hard to miss. Yeah, somehow I can't find it. Interesting. Really? Am I going crazy? Well, don't answer that. I was gonna say, am I going crazy? But I mean, I know the answer to that. Where did I put this giant board game? There it is. Apparently I put stuff on top of it. Are you still here, Adam? Maybe I could show you the board game. See if I can do this quickly. Here you go. Oh, there's the person. Alright. Well, that's the board game. I'd have to, I'm gonna sell it. I was gonna show it a little bit more, but he's here. Give me a second, guys. So we did sell it. Perfect time. Yeah. I was going to show it a little bit more. Like, there's like 8 metal figurines in there. So 3 CPO, R2D2, some Jedis. Don't really remember which ones. And, what else? Like, they have the hotels and the houses are like... First ones are like little bunkers. And then, if you're playing... You can choose what you want, I suppose. Then, if you're the Civ side, there's not really sites in Monopoly, but they have like the Star Destroyers, and for the Rebels, they have the X-wings, and then what else? You know, everything's everything's named after Star Wars things. And this was Star Wars before the last trilogy, which we shall not talk about. And yeah, it's a pretty cool version. I think he got a good deal for it for $20. I mean, I got a good deal for it for $20 because it only cost me $5 back in the day. But yeah, that's another game sold. Gonna have to message him in a second. Let me do this dungeon quickly. You were also setting up my Switch 2. Oh, nice, on the CRT. You already had a Switch 2 for a while, right? I believe. Or did you just get it? Like, I'm still waiting with buying stuff for this. Like buying a Switch 2. But that's mainly because, for me, there's only like 1 or 2 games out there yet. Yo, Dylan, how you doing, buddy? Wait, you're watching Borderlands 4, or you're playing it, or how does that work? Waiting for Star Fox now. I got my Switch 2 on my birthday. Oh, sweet. Yeah, you also won that, what was that? What did you win from, Scanline Hero? Dark Heart. Super Nintendo, right? You watch before play? Ah, like that. Yeah, I don't really do that anymore, watch before I play, because most of the time I play games that I already know of. But that makes sense, yeah, that makes sense, Dylan. I just sold a Monopoly version of Star Wars that I bought on a flea market years and years ago. Wait, is the Star Fox, which game, is that like... Is it gonna be one of those shooters, Adam? Or is it like, is it gonna be like the, what do you call this, the Zelda version? Like Star Fox Adventures. I'm waiting for, well, 1, probably new Pokemon, but 2, more importantly for me, Fire Emblem. I'm waiting for the new Fire Emblem. Like Zelda, yeah, Zelda's a nice bonus, but after Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I'm not that much into Zelda anymore. Unless they're going back to what Zelda used to be, like the 2D-ish, you know? I don't know. It was too open world for me, the last two Zeldas. I couldn't really enjoy it that much. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, yes, they were open world. Yes, Wind Waker was open world. But they still pushed you into a certain direction. And I kind of didn't feel that anymore with the new Zeldas. They're great games, don't get me wrong. They're absolutely great games. I just couldn't get behind the new Zeldas. Link's Awakening is awesome. I'm a big fan of the original. Like, the original Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, that one's on par for me with A Link to the Past. Now, A Link to the Past is a massive title when it comes to Zelda events. I know that. But that's how high I rate Link's Awakening. And the Switch version is pretty good. Yeah, Link to the Past is, yeah, it's the best 2D for sure. I like Link's Awakening. I think it's very good. And then Link Between Worlds is also pretty cool. I still have that one sealed in the case, sealed version. No, I didn't buy it just to keep it sealed. It was more that I didn't really get the chance to play it yet. For me, it is more about the older games, Dylan, for sure. But you know, they definitely created two teams. Like there's the people that like the 2D and hate the 3D, and then there's people that like the 3D and don't like the 2D. I'm more of the 2D side, if I have to be honest. I'm more Team 2D. But that's just because those 2D games are so darn good. Yeah, I grew up with Zelda. Like the first Zelda game was 1988, 89, 87, somewhere around there. And I'm an 88 kid, so yeah, I definitely grew up watching my parents play that. Not necessarily my parents. They were actually my, well, close to my parents, pretty much. They were like the parents of my best friend, who I'd spent 365 days a year with. They used to play Zelda. At least his mom was. And then, you know, when we got a little older, like, you know, 6 or... It's between 6 and 8. We'd started playing that as well. I played Mario, etc. I gamed from an early age. I skipped Super Nintendo, or my parents skipped Super Nintendo, but they did give me a PS1. So I pretty much played NES and PC, and then jumped into PlayStation 1. I didn't own a Nintendo 64 or a Super Nintendo until much later, where I bought it myself. I think it was around 15, 16 when I got my Super Nintendo. I think those are the only two consoles my parents bought me. The NES and the PS1. And that's mainly because I started buying them myself. It's not that they didn't want to buy it for me, but I just started buying them myself. Yeah, GameCube for me is like... Oof, I don't know. Like, the GameCube for me was like the last really, really good Nintendo. Like the Wii and the Wii U, oh, the Wii U is kind of crap, but the Wii and the Switch aren't bad. But compared to the level that Super Nintendo and GameCube had, nah, Switch doesn't put a candle to that. Like Super Nintendo and GameCube are like such awesome consoles. They're really, really good. Oh, you have the Game Boy player? Awesome. The Game Boy player is probably worth, 3 times as much as the GameCube is. The GameCube players themselves aren't too bad, but the discs are getting rare. And thus very expensive. Every time I'm on a flea market, I always check every GameCube I come across. I just open them to see if there's a disc inside. You'd be surprised on the discs I'd find inside consoles that people are trying to sell. Got some really good games in there. You know that if you find a game inside the console, it's usually a good one, because it's literally the last game they were playing before selling the console. So most of the time inside the consoles are some really good games. Wii U isn't crap, it's just not marketed like shit. Yeah, that's true, I guess. The Wii U itself is a pretty decent console, I agree. It's just that there were not many games on there. Kind of like, like the PlayStation Vita. Well, I take that back. The PlayStation Vita is like an awesome thing. But, yeah, the marketing wasn't really that good. But there's still some good games out there. Unfortunately, none of them were, like, a lot of the cool ones weren't localized, unfortunately. But, let's be honest. Compare a Wii to a GameCube, the GameCube wins. Now, of course, there are the Wii ones that have backwards compatibility with GameCube, but I'm purely talking about what came out on that console. GameCube had such good games. And the Switch, even the Switch is a great console, don't get me wrong. The fact that you can now pick it up and go on and take it on the go, etc. That's a good mechanic. But the games on the Switch also don't hold a candle to the GameCube ones. Unfortunately for me, the N64 also has like a meh library. There's some good games on the N64, but they're far and in wide in between. Like, I enjoyed, what was it? Like, obviously, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Perfect Dark, James Bond, Mario Kart, and that's about it. Don't really care much for the other games. Rogue Squadron was a pretty good one, Zelda. But in general, most games are like, eh. The library was kind of lacking. I know the reason for that is a lot of games shifted over to PlayStation. Because the PlayStation had more power than the 64 did, and more storage as well. I'm not saying it's a bad one though. Like, there were some really cool games on the N64. I just think the PlayStation did too much damage to it for it to be better than the GameCube and then the Super Nintendo. I think Nintendo realized its fault by staying with cartridges on the N64, and that's why they switched to GameCube. To the disc version. That's probably one of the main reasons. They realized it was going to get very expensive to keep making cartridges. I was a big fan of Sega as well, even though Sega in Europe was really unfamiliar territory. Like, Sega was so rare here in Europe, or at least in the Netherlands. I didn't own a Sega until much, much later. But now I've got games like Fantasy Star and I got quite a few boxed games on the Sega. CIBs. What's the other one called? Altered Beast. Golden Axe. Let me give you a shout out, by the way, Adam. Give me a second. I know you also have a YouTube. I do follow you on YouTube. Let me just finish this dungeon and give you a shout out. You might actually have still more followers on YouTube than I do. Oh wait, maybe not. I'm not sure. I know you had a little less, but you did pass Affinity. Did you ever complete the affiliation on YouTube, Adam? Because I know you passed 500. I saw that. Right guys, so for those of you who are currently watching, I'd like to help out a fellow YouTube streamer, well, it's technically a Twitch streamer, but he does have quite a few videos on his Twitch channel as well. So I'm gonna post both of them here. Give me a second, where are you? I've been following you for a while, so you're probably all the way in the back. Give me a second. I'm gonna open my own stream to make it easier. Where are you? Go check out my buddy, Uke the Doom Guy, aka Adam. Go follow him on both Twitch and YouTube if you're watching this video and like to help out a fellow streamer. Oh, that's my own voice. There we go. So, there's his YouTube, which is the Doom Guy spelled backwards. And let me give you a shout out on your Twitch. Are you gonna go live soon yourself? You said you were setting something up. I wasn't sure if you were going live. Yeah, I've been following you for a while. Where is yours? Wow. It's all the way at the bottom. Oh yeah, I've been following you for a very long time already. Let me get this right. 1 second, guys. There we go. That should work. Wait. Yeah, there we go. So make sure you follow Uke the Doom Guy. He's playing a variety of streams. He plays them on the original consoles as well. He's got a good setup. He's got a cool CRTV. So, you know, you get the best quality image you can get. Plays a variety of games. You play everything. Seen you play Pog, seen you play Drift God, seen you play what was it called? Forza. The GTA. Yeah, you've got it all, man. I highly recommend you guys follow him. So there's his YouTube and his Twitch. Give him a follow. Help out a fellow streamer. Right, with that taken care of. So we did the leveling dungeon. And we're getting up there in level. We already unlocked a new quest for the Dark Knight, so we're gonna do that one straight away. Already 41, let's go. How are we doing on Wondrous Trails? We can't shuffle yet. Okay, I didn't mean to fall down there. Frey's pleased to see you as always. You look well, Vexus. More determined. You have not heard a voice since last we spoke. I know, but worry not. If your affinity with the dark side is as strong as I believe, the communion is all you require. Come with me to the burning wall. You know what must be do. You know what you must do. Where do we go then? Where is that? Where is the burning wall anyway? Fallon? Oh, there. Wow, I was not expecting it to be there. Good thing I checked my map. That's not even remotely close. Such a random place. Follow me to the burning wall. Okay, at the other end of the world. You can definitely tell I have the increased mount speed in this area. I go whoosh. Yeah, you can tell. Is this Eastern Fenelon? Oh no, not. Only one. Wow. Why am I going so fast? So there's a few games I want to play. Final Fantasy XIV being one of them. The other ones being Dark Omen. I want to go back into playing some Dark Omen. I'll play some other old school games like Fallen Haven or maybe UFO XCOM. UFO Defense. Also some Zelda games, I want to pick them up again. It begins, as always, with blood, a confirmation of your identity. There are X-beaks here which have grown ferocious beyond reckoning, vile creatures eager to prey on man and beast alike. Offer yourself to them, they will come. Then make an offering of them to me. Yeah man, we've got to try and get your viewers up. You're close to 200. Oh, awesome. Resident Evil 2. Yeah, I recently beat like most of the I beat like Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3 and Outbreak and the one on the Wii, the shooter one. Dark Side Chronicles. I started playing a lot of Resident Evils back to back. I couldn't play them when I was moving because I forgot my controller and I didn't know where to put my controller. Now that I'm back in my old house and I have my controllers again, I can probably continue with Resident Evil. The next one on the list was Outbreak File 2. But Resident Evil 2 is good. Are you playing both playthroughs? I think I did Claire A, Leon B. That one. I think it's Survivor. I do intend to play all of them, so including that one. I think it's, or Dead Aim. Claire. That's good. You should play Claire A, Leon B. That makes the most sense. So you beat Claire first, and then you switch to Leon for the second playthrough. Story-wise, that's the best fit. Ah, now that is the Vexus I've longed to see. You resent this, don't you? This pointless trial. Perhaps you even resent me for subjecting you to it. Remember this feeling. Treasure it. I want it smoldering within you when you commune in Camp Drybone. I still need to play Resi 6 with Jake. I need to make some time for that as well. We played the heck out of Resi 5. A lot of people don't like Resi 6. I like it. It's a good... Oh, well, I wouldn't say good game, perhaps. It's an okay game. I do enjoy it. Close your eyes and hold out your hand towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs, then let it pass from your lips. Slower, slower. Listen to my voice. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen for the other. Thank the 12. It is you, Vexus. Oh, it's him again. Isambard. Remember? It must have been ages since last we spoke. To think that you would end up slaying the Lord of the Inferno when you first came through looking for us missing common folk. I took you for a... Ah, but this isn't the time to reminisce. I sought you out because I need your help. Yeah, I wanna try and play that with Jake, Resi 6. Do tell. Not long ago, an Amulja raiding party attacked a caravan on the road and abducted several pilgrims. We reported the incident to both the Brass Blades and the Immortal Flames, but it seems neither is in a position to muster forces at present. You know what lies in store should they not be rescued soon. Please, Vexus, there is no one else. Really? Charge into an enemy encampment filled with Amulja warriors and free some fools who should have armed themselves? Risk life and limb to do the work of a dozen men, all because you bloody asked? Is that it? That's what we do. That's what we do, isn't it? Every goddamn time. Fine, we'll bring him back. I thank you. They were bound for the encampment to the southeast. Then so are we. Yeah, so I played Resident Evil 6 back when it came out. Like on day 1. I played it with a buddy of mine, or maybe that same week at least. And we beat the Resident Evil 6 in one go. But that was literally the only time I played it. Well, not counting that 1 hour stream where Jake was AFK for half an hour. So we did do a little stream, but he wasn't feeling too well, so he was going AFK, and after that we just stopped it. Nothing wrong with that, because, you know, he wasn't feeling too well. So I'm like, okay, let's stop, and then... So that one doesn't technically count. So yeah, the last time I played Resi 6 was at release. The nerve of some people, after all you do for them. They're in sight, just as Isambard said. We are moments away from being tempered, I'm sure. Well, what are you waiting for? It's time to play the hero. Alright, level sync. I don't even have to sync, I'm not even level 44 yet. They're not far ahead, lead the way. What is this? Ah, it's a combo action. God bless you, adventurer. Right, now what? Keep moving. We're not free just yet. Keep running. We're saved. We're saved. Rally. Do not let him escape. Of course there's more. There's always more. Oh, get wrecked. Come on, keep running. Oh, there's more. Is that all? There are more coming. Go, run. We're safe. Well, if you keep running, you are. Run, get yourself to Camp Drybone. Alright, now what? You will pay for your insolence. Okay, I guess there's more. Get wrecked. I've had my fill. Let's go. Where are we going? Dude keeps running circles. Just didn't know when to leave, did they? Neither did you, though, eh? I mean, look at yourself. Most of that's not even your blood. Leave it. You're nothing to be ashamed of. Let's go and give Eisenbart the good news. Yeah, we massacred those Amalja. The Dark Knight. I don't know. I'm still not used to it. Give me my paladin any day. Oh, we got a new thing, a Vigil Halberd. There you go. That's a small upgrade, I'd say. Welcome back, Fexus. I heard you really gave those Amalja what for. Good show. I'm sure you're eager to be on your way, so I won't waste any more of your time, but thank you. Come back whenever you like. Yeah, preferably without the blood, I suppose. I guess that's why he was afraid of me. Those who never face death do not scruple to condemn others to it. They know nothing of true sacrifice, and are weak for their ignorance. In sacrifice there is strength. In sacrifice there is liberation. Close your eyes and hold out your hand towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs. Then let it pass from your lips. Slower. Slower. Tuning, alright? With every breath you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. On a throne of bone he awaits. Serve, safe, slave, slay. They come to entreat his judgment. Serve, save, slave, slay. One by one in solemn procession. So, what did you hear this time? And here I was, thinking you were on the verge of discerning the truth. Your affinity with your dark side grows stronger by the day, and yet there is a hesitation. Listen to me, Vexus. You've performed great deeds and saved countless people. You are a hero to the faith. To the realm. But you are no Dark Knight. A Dark Knight accepts that he cannot save everyone. That sometimes he is fortunate just to save himself. Sacrifice, Vexus, is to renounce that which binds you, to recognize that which matters and forsake all that does not. At the very least, you must realize that you cannot continue to carry all these burdens, unless you wish to die a slave. I'm fine, just a little tired. Communion is ended, and with it our time together, but we shall meet again, as we did before. Alright, Dark Knight quest complete. dark side grants you visions of power unclaimed. Alright, pretty good. We learned Edge of Darkness. What is that? Shares Flood of Darkness, okay. Unexpected damage with a potency of 300. Grants dark side. Okay, so what's the difference? That's... Okay, so this is single target. That's multi-target. I'm assuming, at least. There we go. Do we also have those other skills that we unlocked? Rolls? Already had all of those. Shadow Wall. Okay, we already have that. Okay, that's good. So, what next? We did that, we did that, we did that. That's all done. We did that. We did... Yes. We still have the high level dungeon roulette. Don't really care about that right now. And the trials. Should be able to do those once we hit level 50. Can do another leveling dungeon. In the meantime, we shall head to Kugane, the Japanese city. Oh, we can't. Yeah, teleport got cancelled. Alright. Wanted to take off this. Oh. There we go, much better. Wanted to take off my bathrobe. I still have I'm fully clothed underneath my bathrobe. I was just a little cold when I got home. But now I'm like cooking. I couldn't stun him, unfortunately. These dungeons are pretty easy. Right, second boss, Icarus Ire. Sweet, level up. Should probably drop my promotion here for my channel. Let's see if people actually join. Sometimes they do, which is kind of fun. Over here. Okay, that's a free chest. Grab it if you want. I'm not going to. Here we are. What level are we? 42, I think, right now. Masters must pay. Masters must die. Boom. Dungeon mastered, almost complete. Healer was good. I'll give it to the healer. We got 2 combinations. Let's go. Put them on the pile. Now, I want to maybe jump in one more time so we get the challenge log complete as well. Yeah, I think we should. Now let me see if I can go back to Kugane. We only got 1 level there, so... But not bad. A level per dungeon. Temporal Deepcroft. Alright. Relatively low level dungeon again. At least this one's quick though. You can really speed through this. Blasting all these guys. You can literally pull from boss to boss with this one, which is kind of nice about this dungeon. It's one of the faster ones, if you will. think this was the biggest pull I've ever done in this dungeon. This is a really good team. Yeah, this. Oh, how far are we in? We're 5 minutes in. We're already at the last boss. Crazy. So, yeah, we're 6 minutes in, reached the final boss, let's go. Just kick this dude. Actually forgot to kick it, I mispressed. LOL. Alright, that's one. That's two. I don't think we'll... maybe we'll get level up, because we also have the challenge log achievement. So we'll probably level up after this boss. Is there any cutscenes? Yeah, the healer is. I don't like the pool. So that water attack is really hard to interrupt, because I thought for a second there I interrupted it, but it was pretty much spot on, but it still didn't work. Makes me wonder if it's even interruptible, even though it's a red, you know, the red cost. That was dead on. Didn't count. Yeah, so the whole run is like, what, 8 minutes? Not even. Let me try and interrupt this water attack again. I don't think you can. GG's. So we did level up. The question is, did we level up once or did we level up twice? No, just once. Just barely, though. Prayer combination. Oh. Can't give it. Alright, let's give it to her. Right, time to leave the party. Ooh, were you guys in a whole party together? 3 recommendations, that's crazy. Alright, so that one's done. What else do we have? Guild Hests. I guess we can do a Guild Hest. Should probably try and do some, Fates as well. Wait, yeah, don't want to teleport away from Kugane. We should probably push in the main quest a little bit. The problem is I can't do the main quest as a Dark Knight right now, so I have to switch back to my warrior. Who's also close to level 100. At least my warrior can still get experience, like my paladin. And we are so far behind. But at least before Evercold gets released, Evercold I believe it's called, at least we get out of Stormblood. So we'll be going into Shadowbringers, which is completely unknown territory to me, which should be interesting. Yeah, sure. Okay, this is already... Normally you talk to him to enter, but this is already the quest itself. So I'm gonna wait here till my queue pops for a second. We got a new level. Can we equip some new gear? Negative. There you go. See, that's exactly why I waited with accepting that quest. Trying to read my chat here. 1 second. We're trying to switch chats at least, because it's still on top chat. It sometimes does that. I don't want top chat, I want live chat. There we go. Only got 9,000 from that. Really? Probably, yeah, so that's not really worth it. Right, warrior. Greetings, honored sir. May I show you in? Sure can. Is this voiced or not?
My friends,
it is. Sweet.
Thank you for coming at such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yugari and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
My apologies. Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course, of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean Embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
I beg your pardon?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu. But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
I'm not sure what I'd do if I saw Eorzea again. Aye, we'll find Gozetsu together. Both are yes, pretty much, so let's go with the top one.
Thank you. If Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear.
Whenever I can get the chance to beat some Imperials.
Alas not. But I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garleans' movements and more besides.
Just make sure it's not Hildebrand, okay? Oh no, I'm confused. That smile doesn't prove much. The informant awaits your pleasure in the back of the street of Sanjo Hanamachi. From its shining facade to its dark underbelly, few know Kugane as intimately as he. Oh, don't tell me it's what's it called? Nazuma. A little fish guy. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this, exactly? Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail. I give Soraban a hand. If he's providing us a ship, at least we can do is to supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. A welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado, let us seek out this informant in the Sanjo Hanamachi. Head to the Ruby Bazaar offices in Kugane. Alright, check. So the Hanamachi is all the way up there, in the Rakuza district. This should be the place. Now we wait and see who comes. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, yes, a long while indeed. Oh, why do I think this is an Amazu? Yep, nailed it. I knew it. But so did I. Kyoto, any funny businesses? And you know what will happen, I trust. No funny businesses, only loyal service and the finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I have a mind to call you Lise. Oh, to call Lise. No, Lise, I beg you. No, Boots, I'll tell you everything I know, free of charge. Well, again, you've already been paid. The Empire searches for Eorzea. High and low, far and wide. Come to enlist my help, they did. Promising rich reward for decisive information. And have you decisive information? Were the two individuals cited here indeed Gosetsu and Eorzea? Alas, seen them with my own eyes I did not, but the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. There's something they do not know, a rumor which you will find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rugadan samurai appeared on the Kogugane Dori with a beauteous maid and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. It was no common katana either, but one of surpassing craftsmanship. Well, that is interesting. Assuming it's true, did you collaborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No, regrettably. I don't have any working relationship with the master of Shofuku Shichuten. Now, why would that be? I wonder. If I didn't know better, I'd think he'd lend you money. He will help you, I'm certain. While you speak with him, I will make contact with the Garlean contacts and learn what of them I can from their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure, but is it wise to let the Namazu out of sight? No, he'll betray us. No more betrayals, no more boots. The divide our forces is simply more efficient. He's right, given the urgency. We'll do well to split up, and so I will go out with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes. We will go together, and there will be no boots. Let's be about it then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar offices are, I prefer the fresh air. I believe LSA has our task well at hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? Quest complete. We got a new emote as well. You have learned the emote greeting. /greeting. Okay, what emote is that? Emote, where is it? Just raise your hand, that is it. Okay. Manderville Mambo. That one's so bad though. The old dance, what is that? Is that the chicken dance? We got box. Alright, anyway, let's talk to Alphino. The sword in the store. Alphino is eager to find the pawnbroker, and we get a green tea set, alright? Everything is in order? Then let us proceed to the Kugane Dori and find the master of Shofuku Shichuten. Right, that's still in Kugane, I believe. So it's the Kugane Dori. This is all filler right now. This feels like, you know, just to fill up the story till we get to the next expansion at this point. Right, we were able to sell another item. Bergy Pawnbroker. We might have a customer like you described. So many people come through, it's difficult to remember. Perhaps you could jog my memory by making the purchase. No? Well, you can't blame a woman for trying. This doesn't seem to be the pawnbroker you seek, alright? Pushy Pawnbroker. A Regadan Samurai and a maiden. Never seen him. Now, if you don't have any business with me, make way for someone who does. Does not seem to be the pawnbroker, alright? How about the pleasant pawnbroker? Welcome, good sir. Welcome. Will you be buying, or...? Ah, so you've heard the tale of the Regadan Samurai's katana. Small wonder. It's a fine example of its kind. One moment. There, I hope. Have you found our pawnbroker? Excellent work, Vexus. And That is the katana? Yep, looks like it. It's all chipped though, needs some repair. There can be no doubt, it is Gozetsu's blade. Craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you will be pleased to know that the pledge has just expired. I should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and it's priced accordingly. If you're serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed their interest. The blade represents a conclusive proof of Gozetsu's arrival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing his safe return, yet it is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation has scarce begun to rebuild. I'll pay. Nay, my friend, grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. It is enough to know that Gozetsu is alive and well. Yugiri, wait, the silence will buy the katana. Pray consider it a gift. Mr. Elfino, your kindness is touching, truly, yet in matters of coin, would Mr. Taru not expect to be consulted? Come now, a friend would never relinquish this blade were the need not great, and we are not bound by the honor to help a friend in need. I say we are, and I am sure Tataru will wholeheartedly agree. It is settled then. You've made a wise choice, my friend. Such pieces are few and far in between. Now, if you would be so good as to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. I wonder how much it is, though. It's gonna overcharge us for sure. If I may ask, sir, after you visited your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He's our friend who returned his weapon to him. A friend of yours, you say? Well then, I suppose there can be no harm in telling you. No sooner had I provided him with the requested sum than his pretty young companion began clamoring for dango. I duly recommend those served at the Umaneko tea house, and thither did they set off. Clamoring for dango? Can these truly be the same people? That makes no sense. Some manner of code perhaps, but it avails us not to speculate. Let us go to this tea house and see if we can pick up their trail. Alright, well I'm glad I didn't have to spend my money. Is this my Omega X? Oh no, it's an augmented. Ume. But of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you've ever seen. Scoffing down on dango as if her life depended on it. But the old samurai looked on. Not quite what he expected, I'll wager. Far be it from the gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea, out of reach of her family, no doubt. When the girl had finally had her fill, they set off in the direction of the Shiokaze hostelry. Presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. So Gozetsu makes her Doma. But this woman who she travels with, the more I hear about it, the more I wonder if she can truly be Eorzea. Alright, Yugiri. Hope on the waves. Gozetsu's trail leads to the sea, and that is where Yugiri would go. While doubts remain over the identity of Gozetsu's traveling companion, for now we can but follow the trail. Come, let us away to the pier and make ready to sail. With luck, Alice would have already joined Master Sorobon and Mr. Tataru there. Mistress Tataru. Tataru. Right, on to Sorobon. Speak with Sorobon at Pier 2. Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alice arrived mere moments ago. All well that end well. Kyoto met with an Imperial officer and wheedled his way to some newer information. It seems the troops who recently arrived in Kugane came directly from Garlemald. The Imperials based here have been kept in the dark. That's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. If I'd know any better, I'd say they picked up Gazetsu's trail. The information matches ours. We're quite certain that Gazetsu seeks to cross the mainland. I'm sorry, did I hear that right? You used Scion funds to buy Gazetsu's katana at the asking price? Aye, well, we were in some haste and seems a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, has the contract of the sale? Here's the contract of the sale. Pray see that the man is paid. It's gonna be so much, I reckon. False beard, you agreed to this? Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. But Elfino, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the offices as soon as you get back. Promise me? Oh, very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. First, let us get to the ruby price. If Gazetsu has already set sail, the sentries there are sure to have seen him. Totaro seemed rather vexed, did she not? Even the melodramatist. Ever the melodramatist. I'm sure her finances can stretch to a single sort. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her. Ah, but I digress. We have work to do.
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries. What's going on up there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy. We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy. But with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless...
Unless Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
We will help them, while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that...
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Hey, welcome in, Brianna. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're playing through the main story right now.
We may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
This is all new to me. I've never done this part of the story. Played the story so many times, but it never made it to this point.
It shall be done.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
It is the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
Oh yeah, I couldn't swim before. I forgot. Oh, that's kind of funny.
Come.
Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Assuming you're not from down under. Australia. In that case, it'd be Friday already. Let's take out this Magitech rear guard. Alright, what next? You here for the old man? Yeah, he's at the top. You'd best hurry. Oh, we're taking the whole damn army with us. Let's go. Oh, they despawned. Boo. He's already got a new katana.
We're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gazetsu.
Not looking too well.
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan. Eliminate hostiles. All forces, attack!
He's got a lot of HP. Self-detonate. Okay, we better take this thing down quickly. Okay, at least we took that thing out. Damn it, reinforcements! I need more reinforcements! Oh, not on one of those things. Oh, there's two of them now. should have enough time. I think because I pulled it into this water thing, it slowed down the timer. Okay, there we go. Stubborn swine, you force my hand. Deploy the hexadrome. Have care, you know not what we face. Well, he's about to die anyway, this Centurion dude. There he goes down at least. All we got left is this hexadrome. Activate turrets, fire at will. Heck, all of you. There we go. That's it. Nope. Oh, there's more of them. There are too many. Draw them to me. I shall finish this. Vexus, my shadows and I shall tend to the half, the rest of yours. Okay, they're gonna cast Starstorm. "20 seconds, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, brace yourself. Stars above. Rain destruction upon mine enemies. Nice. That was like a limit break. Right, surely that's all of them. There we go. Destroyed like half the Garlean Empire right there.
Thank the heavens.
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time.
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. But it offered precious little protection against the fall. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, and I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard. Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Judge what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
And they keep bringing up the tithe. Come on, man, I saved you more than once. As Tensui said, we should move on. I would not do for Eorzea to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will be already waiting with the boat at a nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. Even though it says that quest is available, it is not available to us right now because you can't pick it up. We need to finish the Palace of the Dead, or at least progress it enough. Because that's it. Thanks to God you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. And it was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Vexus is, anything could happen in that chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. Greetings? They tell me you've lost your memory. That's fine. But I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. Not for a moment. These people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. Alright, if you say so. Right. It's past time we set sail. I for one would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more risk we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Gojin bear no love for Eorzea either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores near a sorry village, but out of the villager's sight. One of these boats is his, probably. Alright, at least he teleported us. That's kind of nice of him. Here's where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. Vexus, when you are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say that so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to reveal the Sion's cover and restored a smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Oh. Oh, come along. Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like a Zetsu is worth a fortune, enough to buy a house and furnish it, which you would know had you bothered to check the price. What? I had no idea. This business venture of Soroban's. You will give it a fair hearing, I trust? He's been good to us after all. As for me, I think I shall into drawing upon my personal funds. An auspicious encounter. Soroban is about to present you with a proposition you would be fool to refuse. You would know more of my venture? Excellent. I shall be glad to tell you all I know. Though perhaps it should be easier to let our anonymous client speak for this herself. Here, their missive. For the Ruby Sea and all who call her home, we seek the aid of a warrior who set low Lord of Revel. But first we bid them to make haste to the Hell's Lid, and quell the Oni that dwells in the deepest depths. Should he succeed in the test, we shall speak of this endeavor and consummate reward. A strange proposal, aye, though it must be noted that they know both of your deeds and of our part in them. The Red have no love of the trickery, so I doubt that it's a trap of theirs. And should this client have honest intentions, then for the sake of those waters it may behoove them to engage them further. As for the test, enclosed with this missive is a magic dagger, along with the instructions as how it may be used to open a hidden passage into the depths of Hell's Lid. I should mention that this dagger is old and exceedingly valuable, that our client will be willing to entrust it to us without a guarantee of cooperation, but speaks considerate wealth, and more importantly, considerable reward. If you're willing to undertake the trial, I shall journey to Hell's Lid and prepare to open a path. But given the financial incentive, I think it's best if I went and fetched Miss Tataru. Wait for us there, then. Right, well, seeing as the reward is like 4,500 gold, and a scroll, and it's at Hell's Lid, I'm assuming that's a dungeon. Elation and trepidation. Yugiri is eager to see Gazetsu safely back to their master. We must meet with Lord Hien as soon as possible, though mayhap not at the Enclave. I will send word requesting that he receives us at the House of the Fears, where there are fewer prying eyes. If all are in agreement, I shall scout ahead and see if the way is clear. Pray follow as swiftly as you are able and join me at the outskirts of the Namai. Right, but we're first going to Hell's Lid, because I'm thinking that's a dungeon or something. Okay, they're all leaving, good. There doesn't show like a dungeon mark there, so who knows. Alright. Nice and easy. I'll take it. No recommendations, that's alright. I was hoping for one, but... Hey baby girl. Welcome to the stream, beautiful. Good night, baby. Love you. Thank you for dropping in. Oh wait, I forgot my, whoops. Forgot my tank stands there. Is that the same party? Did I just team up with the same party again? The healer is the same at least. Hey, we got one combination, I'll take it. Not really farming them, but I could still use a few. We're at an 827. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a dungeon. Alright, let's see. A little cutscene here. Hope you haven't been waiting long, Vexus. My apologies for the delay. I thought it best to explain everything to Mistress Tataru on the way. Honestly, all you had to say was that we found a way to make up for Alphino's obscene expenditures. No matter how reckless or dangerous the scheme, if it balances the leisure, I'm all for it. So there's a bunch of monsters living beneath us. What kind of place is this? Well, according to ancient legends, Hell's Lid is where the hero Tenzin defeated a host of Oni. Oni were foul, evil beings that tormented the people of the Ruby Sea, and the island was home to many, until Tenzin, together with the four lords, drove the Oni into the sea. For his heroic deed, Tenzin was showered with riches. He then journeyed deep into the mountains, far from the realms of man, and lived in solitude with his companions, happily ever after. And now Vex is being asked to drive the Onis away again? You misunderstood. What I told you was a fairy tale. To the best of my knowledge, no one has ever seen an Oni. If anything, many assume the tale refers to the ancestors of the Kojin. So what you're saying is that you've got an idea of what's waiting for us down below. In that case, I'll leave him to the experts. If you need me, I'll be hiding behind that rock over there. Right, bye Tataru. By experts, I presume she means you and your adventuring companions. I do hope you were not counting on me to join you in the fight. I was. But I kind of figured it was going to be a dungeon. Boom, Hell's Lit, or whatever it's called. Yeah, it is Hell's Lit. Alright. The duty finder has been updated with a new regular duty. Alright, I guess we're going to do this one. Hell's Lit. Okay, it's still lower than hard modes. Actually, it's on par with the Fractum Continual. But it's not on par with Saint Mocaine the Subratorium. Alright. Hailstorm Tire of Healing. Augmented Hailstorm Tire of Healing. Let's use this. I don't know what this one is. A banded chest of containing a complete set of bookworm attire. Sage. Okay. Well, this queue is taking a while. Control I? There we go. Not much we can do in the meantime. Guess we just have to wait. More than 30 minutes though. Holy moly, why is it so long? I'm a tank. Shouldn't there be like an instant queue? It's only 10 o'clock. It's not like the whole server's gone to sleep yet. Maybe that's why, because they need healers. Could go in as a white mage. I'm not sure if that was like in World of Warcraft, where you could queue as both two classes at once. Like if you were a paladin, you could queue as tank and healer at the same time, and depending on what they need, you switch to that role. I'm not sure if that was the thing. Oh, that's not too bad. There we go. Hell's lit. Even though it's at 30 minutes, that was not anywhere near 30 minutes. Let's hope the DPS accepts. There you go. Alright, new dungeon. Hellish Gusame. So yeah, this gives me massive Molten Core vibes every time we enter a dungeon. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm a warrior. Like, wait, I don't have my tank stance on yet, but we do. Oh, that's why I can't eat it right now. Because I didn't take them out of my saddlebag. I just pressed them into my slots. But I didn't realize I couldn't enter. I can't reach them now because my chocobo's not here. That's interesting. Is there some food in here? Yeah, we do. Let's just eat this one. There we go. Oh, you just jumped down. Oh, what is this? This is interesting. Ooh, nice little lion there. What the heck is that? Otake Maru. Interesting. That's a Oni, alright? Oh, he's got himself a little club. I tried clicking on the club. I was thinking maybe we can pick it up, but we have to smack him with it. Low item level is this, 325, okay. Is that a weasel? It looks like one. Alright, second boss. Who's this? That's the little weasel dude. Kamaitachi. Kamaitachi. Look at this tail. That's so cool. I wonder if this is also a pet you can get. Looks kind of cool. Right, there goes the second boss. How did I not grab their aggro? Interesting. Okay, got some... Oh, news. I was going to say they're monkeys, but they're news. I know those creatures. If you played any Japanese action games, you know these things. Or even if you watch Naruto. Was it Naruto? Yeah, it's Naruto. No, Boruto, actually. That has the new in it. It's a very common creature in Japanese folklore. I like this dungeon, it's pretty cool. Oh, there's a Kami, wow. That guy's ancient. Interesting. Calm blessed waters to frolic and flow. So you cast an orb on someone, or on a specific tile, and then you just follow the arrows and which one's safe. Kinda like that. Let's see. Should be fine here. Goes there. There and then out. Yeah, that's kind of easy so far. If we restore stringent test in order. Overcome the gate or be consumed by waters. What gate? There you go. I couldn't target it there for a second. You were warned, warriors. Survive if you can. Well, about what? Calm blessed waters to frolic and flow. There you go. That wasn't too hard. Hi, Grandpa Turtle. Oh, he turned into a small one. Alright, did we get some loot? What did we get? That? Oh, we couldn't even press, or couldn't give a recommendation. Well, we got one in return, I'll take it. Perhaps we should turn him the right side up. Oh, cool. A fat cat, a doggo, a panda, a piggy, whatever they are. She's tripping. I like the red panda though. Ho ho ho, a marvelous performance, truly marvelous. But then you did bastard Lord of Revel. By the Kami, a talking turtle. Yeah, that's exactly like me as well. I don't even know where to begin with that one. I trust you will forgive me for my deception. It's something of a Far Eastern tradition. The testing of strength and so forth. A bit rote, perhaps, but anyway, welcome to the Rising Temple. I am Genbu, guardian of the sacred place and leader of our little collective. Genbu, the self-same Genbu of the Tale of Tenzin, one of the Four Lords? Under normal circumstances, I would assume you named for a legendary being, but clearly this is nothing but normal. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would be meeting a talking turtle. Oh, but everyone here can speak your tongue. Is it truly so surprising after all? We each have lived more than 1,000 years. I knew turtles were long-lived, but I had no idea that was even possible. In the wondrous lands of ours, it is said that the beasts which live 1,000 years attains a measure of divinity. This temple is a place where such auspicious may gather. But take not my word for it. Speak with my comrades and learn their values. We will talk all of the endeavor after. We may as well do what he says. Besides, who knows what valuable secrets some 1,000-year-old animals may know. Alright, let's talk to all the animals, I suppose. Talk to Nu. No. I'm new. If you ever need someone to call lightning dump on your foes and whatnot, I'm your auspice. Of course, some fairy tales would have you believe I'm something altogether different. A monkey's face, a lion's legs, a snake for a tail. Ridiculous, am I right? Not as bad as a horse with the head and body of a rabbit, to be fair, but still. Don't talk to me, Vexus. Talk to the cat or the weasel. And what does the fox have to say? Oh no, that's a reference. What does the fox say? I'm not going to sing it though, forget it. Hey, that hurt. You didn't even have to give everything you had in that fight, you know? I only just went through that change, so it's not like I was going to slow you down that much. Well, I suppose you don't know it was all for show. It was probably really intimidating. Alright, you were asking about the collective, weren't you? Let's see. Genbu's the oldest of us. Oldest in the Far East too, I think. One of the Four Lords, so you can imagine he's much more powerful than a regular old auspicious like me. You probably knew that already. Honestly, he wasn't that tough, but okay. What does this little Kumainu has to say? Little doggo. You will go no further. The region should be plain. Beyond lies the prison of Koryu. Were you to damage the wards, he would break free and all would fall to ruin. Koryu. Okay, I had no idea who that is, but he's probably still inside that giant stone. The Kuda Gitsure. Friend of mine, Tomama Gosen, once called this place home. Possessed of the Nine Tails, her power far eclipsed my own. But one day she left to live among the men. What became of her, I wonder. And then there's... what is this? It's a raccoon. A tanuki. Alright. We have Inugame. Inugame. Inu is dog. Gami is... I don't know. Inugame Korone, the VTuber. Inugame is my name. Men speak it in harsh tones, mistakenly believing me to be a vengeful spirit that murders indiscriminately. There was a time when I killed men by the hundreds, but that was in retribution for the countless creatures they themselves mercilessly slaughtered. It was more deliberate. Alright, anything else here? Nope, nope. We got a fat cat, Senri. Who else? Fury. Let's talk to Fury first. Fury. Who's that? It's another Tanuki. Headed to the surface. Follow me. No, 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 no. Gotta talk to Senri first. Judging from the way you and that woman are gulping, I'm guessing you're not from around here. Don't you know how it is in your homeland? Don't know how it is here in your homeland. But here, if animals manage to survive 100 years, it begins to get ideas. Delusions of grandeur. Some small power, sure, but nothing much to speak of. Oh. Anyway, point's done. Don't let our appearance fool you. I would kill you 5 times before you hit the ground. But I won't, on account of me being civil for now. Damn. Right, we got Genbu over here. Now that you have a greater understanding of who we are, I shall tell you of the rather thorny predicament we now face. The divinity of the auspices manifests in myriad ways. For example, I possess clairvoyance. And with the preternatural power have I seen the vision of the ruby sea, of Yangsha, of Hingashi, subserved by roaring flames. There is no distant future, I fear. If we are to avert it, this is no distant future, I fear. If we are to avert it, we must need enlist the assistance of an exemplary warrior, one such as he who faced the Lord of Revel and lived. What should we do? What should we do? Fear not, little one, for I have a plan. But to understand it, you must first understand the duality which lies at the heart of we species. The Aramitama, the primal rage, and the Nagamitama, the boundless calm. These elemental forces comprise the soul of an auspice, and it's only when they are in balance that we are truly ourselves. Alas, over great spans of time, or when caught in the midst of a tumultuous events, this balance may be disrupted, and the soul may be divided. An auspice overcome by the Arimatama is a wild, feral thing, all the more dangerous for the divinity. Calamity and catastrophe invariably follow tremors and floods which destroy man's world. A species can bring us these natural disasters? How frightening. Perhaps you must remember that there was a species who delight in aiding the people of these lands. A species who may have yet even wreaked havoc in the past. Recall you the tale of Tenzin and the Four Lords? The one Sorban told us before, about a samurai and the species who drove the Oni from the island and into the sea. Just so, yet I fear his accounting of events is not quite accurate, for it was not Oni we and Tenzin cast out from this place, but an auspice. Auspice with the power to move heaven and earth, Koryu. Wholly consumed by the Aritama, he stoked the flames in the island herd, and it very nearly erupted into a fiery maelstrom. Tenzin led us to battle against our mad brother, and together we seal him in this temple. But as the truth of the tale fades from memory, so do our wards weaken, I fear. Should Koryu break free, he may well finish what he began and ensure my vision of flames come to pass. So long as Shuri's stored, you want Vexus to give Koryu what for when he wakes up? Well, we did beat the Lord of Revel. I should think not. His accomplishment notwithstanding, it would be foolish for any mortal to face Koryu without proper assistance, to wit that of the Four Lords. Regrettably, I'm not young as peace as I once was, and to make matters worse, my 3 compeers have nearly succumbed to the Arimitama. Coming for Fend. 3 of the 4 lords have gone mad. The Ruby Sea is doomed. Nearly succumbed. Nearly. Alas, in the marshalling their strength to retain control, they are unable to commit their powers to preserving of the wards, holding Koryu in his prison. And now that you have a full and complete understanding of the situation, we may at last discuss your part in all this, warrior. I would have you and your comrades face mine in battle and quail the raging Arimatama. What say you? Very well, that's the only way. Ho ho ho, you are an intriguing one, aren't you? We are grateful for your assistance. Let us brook no further delay and introduce you to another one of the 4 lords. I informed Byako of your arrival when you first entered our domain. You should be returning any moment. Come, come. This turns out to be a bigger side quest than I thought. Is this going to lead to another trial? Hello, kitty. Piako. Old friend, the day of reckoning draws nigh. The wards will fall and Kyoryu will break free. Before he does, you must quill the raging Arimatama in your soul. The warrior will help, doubt not his strength, for he has danced with Susanoo himself. A bold, audacious claim, yet if Genbu believes it's true, I, the mere look at you, the more of him I see, a similar presence, perchance, a light. Very well, I will bow to my brother's judgment. Wonderful. Then without further ado, I shall bid my comrade relax and surrender to the Arimatama. What? Here now? Won't he go into a murderous rampage? Yes. That's rather the point. He will be reduced to a feral beast. And then it will be Vex's, was it? Vex's turn to do battle with my brother and help him quill the fury within. But if all it takes to quill the Arimatama is battle, then why did you not do the same for Koryu? Why seal him away? Because it was too late. As I said, Koryu was wholly consumed by the Arimatama, naught remained of the Nigimitama. All that he was forever lost to us. The effort in expend to hold back the fury, I will instead use to safeguard the calm. It is what you must act. But know, if you fail, it will only hasten my fall. My soul is in your keeping, Vexus. Do you understand? Leave it to me. Then let us quit this place. Genbu may not mind the chaos, but if I am to wager my everything, I prefer to do so on the land of my birth. To look onto those familiar wilds with eyes that may soon belong to another. When you return to the island, look for Fury. He will guide you back here. Given the circumstances, perhaps it's best we stay here. Would that be acceptable? Oh, Sorobun, was it? Be at ease. I have a task for you and your excitable urchin. Follow me. You just called her an urchin? She's not gonna take it, is that? Did that tiny talking turtle just insult me? He sure did. Interesting, there's like a whole place in this dungeon at the end of it. Yes, now we'd like to return to whatever. The Ruby Sea. We are here. My earliest memories are not pleasant. From birth I was shunned by man and beast alike, for my snow-white fur marked me a harbinger of doom. Cast out and hunted, I struggled to survive. But I endured. I grew older and wiser, and one day I resolved to protect this place and those that call it home, for in spite of everything, it was mine as well. In a time they came to see me as a guardian instead of a demon, and yet for all I've done to rise above the beast within, I may fall to madness and become the sum of their fears. Have faith, you will not fall. Such confidence from one so young, but as age in it of itself does not confer wisdom. nor does youth go hand in hand with hubris. I warn you, for centuries has my Arimatama grown and festered, holding nothing back, for I will not. Warrior, the time has come for you and yours to make ready. May the Kami grant you strength to save my soul. Is that a dungeon? Do we go into a dungeon or a trial or... The Jade Stoa. The duty finder has been upgraded with a new regular duty. Oh, does it? Why is it doing that now? I don't know. I have to look into that. So, okay, so we have the Jade Stoa. So, are these like multiple... I guess we can try and queue it. There we go. Let's see, the Jade Stoa. That didn't take too long. The heck is that? It's a giant dude with a dragon arm, or a tiger arm. Okay, so far this fight is pretty easy. Roar, wrath, and rage. Unrelenting anguish, alright? Is this QTE? This is interesting. I like the idea. It's kind of silly. Damn. Come on, limit break his ass. Do 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 do. Hey, we got 2 combinations. Let's go. Okay, so we have a new dungeon and a new trial. You are indeed the warrior they say, not unlike him in many respects. It was in another era that we first met, him and I, long ago, long before the kingdom of Doma. I told you before of my past, how I was shamed by man I was shunned by man and beast alike for the snow-white fur that marked me as a harbinger of doom. Bereft of my family and friends, of home, I wandered the mountains in search of a place to call my own. There I would accept my fate and await the inevitable. But death did not come, for I was unlike my brothers in more respects than my fur. With every century I grew stronger and stranger, monstrous. In turn, what few creatures dared traverse my domain withdrew further and further. Never had I been so alone. And then, one day, I awoke to find a man standing before me, bewildered, and rose. Bewildered, I rose and bared my fangs as I roared in rage. Begone, or I shall rend you asunder and feast on your flesh. What fool has the territory to approach me thus? But the man did not flee. Rather, he stood there, his ground, and said, "This fool is named Tenzin, and ever since he was a child, he spoke the language of beasts." Then you know full well what you stand to lose. Return to your people or die. But Tenzin threw back his head and laughed. They would kill me if I dared. For fear of my talents, I was banished. A harbinger of doom, they called me. In that instant, all my anger drained away. Tenzin's word had struck at the heart of me. Here was a fellow outcast, cursed by his kin for his very nature. That night, as I listened to his snoring, I realized I had found in this man a kindred spirit. Soon after we embarked on a journey together, in the days that followed, we met on the solitary souls and aided them as we had aided each other. But those are tales for another time. I doubt very much you're willing to stand here in silence while I recount my every adventure with Tenzin. Come, let us return to the temple. Genbu is doubtlessly eager to learn of the outcome of her battle. I liked the battle, it was a cool battle. Entrance? Entrance to what? Entrance to that battle, I assume. How do we get back in there? Speak with Furry at Hell's Lit. Where's Furry? All the way down there. Where was the gate? Is it over here? Yeah, there it is. Also, what are those roots? I don't think I've ever paid attention to those. So where was this guy? There. Wait. That's a Ruby Sea. We're in a completely different area. We're in Yangsha still. Oops. No wonder I couldn't find it on my map. Also, that's probably why I couldn't eat that fish when I was in the dungeon. Still not quest complete. I wonder if there's more. No need to explain. Camus told me all about you, the thrashing you gave him and the others. Need me to escort you back to the temple? Sure. This was definitely not one of the things I figured out that was gonna be part of this quest. Well done, Vexus. Well done. You've done my friend a great kindness, one we shall not soon forget. She's mad again. What exactly did you ask Sorbonne to do? Ho ho ho, you need be so concerned. You know well the power of Kojin's incantations, yes? I but asked Sorbonne to undergo a little training that he might assist us with the maintenance of the wards. He has demonstrated a remarkable aptitude thus far, in fact. Huff, huff. How much longer must I continue? Concentrate, less chatting, more chanting. What youthful energy. It's been far so long since we had the pleasure of such company. Not since Tenzin, I imagine. I'd be meaning to ask, what sort of man was Tenzin? We only just learned the stories. You just already said they were half wrong. Curious, are you? Very good, very good. For too many people have no interest in the past. What to say, what to say? Well, for one, Tenzin was blessed with the self-same power Vexus possess. The Echo, I believe it's sometimes called. Alas, you probably know from personal experiences, such individuals are often regarded with suspicion, if not outright fear. Nevertheless, Tenzin was a generous soul, who was ever eager to aid his fellow men. Indeed, he died as he lived, fighting for the sake of those who loved. You see, when he faced Koryu, we four lords were still quite young and weak, not even auspicious. In truth, and we could but look on helplessly as the two dragged on another to the brink of death. With the last of his strength, Tenzin imprisoned the mortally wounded Koryu. He then bequeathed us to a sacred treasure, a crystal which shone with an otherworldly light. Oft have I wondered if these crystals were the source of the power we would grow to possess. Would we have become the four lords without it? In my heart, I think not. We built this temple to strengthen the wards and safeguard the Ruby Sea in Tenzin's stead. His legacy would be ours, and so it has been to this day. And so it will continue to be, but only if we could rely upon your but only if we can rely upon you to quell the Aratama of our comrades. That can wait, though. Byakuo needs his rests, and so do you, Vexus. In that case, it'd probably be best if I went back to Kugane. There's no telling what mischief that man got up to in my absence. I too should take my leave. Doubtless I am needed in Tamamizu. Oh ho ho ho, you're not going anywhere. Your training is far from finished, my friend. But I can't possibly refuse to request a But I can't. Can't possibly refuse the request of the four lords, can I? I hate to impose upon you, Vexus, but perhaps you can go to Tamamizu in my stead. It may be some time before I'm permitted to return home. Alright, well that's the quest complete sign at least. Let's see where this leads us. Bunchen. So Soroban will be staying with Genbu for a time. How wonderful to hear. I have no doubt he will make the most of his most blessed opportunity. Oh, I have another missive for you. It was delivered personally by an unusual cat. An auspice, I presume. You are welcome to come and go from the temple as you like. Fury will remain at his post above ground. You only need to seek him out. I should be glad if you take him up on this invitation and look on Soroban every now and then. After all, he's in essence our representative there. Alright, we got a follow-up quest. Let me learn this scroll. There we go. Then we have Tortoise in Time. Bunchen has not heard from Soroban in quite some time. A pleasure as ever to see you, my friend. Would that I could say the same for Soroban. He's yet to return to Tamimizu, so I can only assume he's still busy undergoing Genbu's rigorous training. Hello. Hello there, Vexus. Is my lung pill working? So unreliable, these little things. Going to pay visit to Rising Temple to see Soroban. Give him a treat to keep his spirits up. If you're available, you should come too. I hope you haven't forgotten about how to get there, but in case you have, look for the cute animal trying not to look like a guard on duty in the middle of a volcanic island. I was, of course, not privy to your conversation just now, but beyond the off, since you're bound for Rising Temple, give Soroban and Genbu my regards. Are all of these, like trials? We are missing a few. So we just unlocked a dungeon as well as a trial. And that trial probably has an elite version of it. Or extreme version, I should say. Headed for the temple, or just taking in the wonderful smoky air? Yeah, I'd like to go into the temple, please. Oh, well met, brave adventurer. You come alone this day. What of the urchin girl I recall nipping at your heels? That's Tataru. Tataru. I'll thank you not to forget it, or else you're gonna get no takoyaki from me. Oh my, that would be most unfortunate. My sincerest apologies. I shall endeavor to remember, little urchin Tataru. Of course, your name I will not soon forget, for you saved my dear friend Byakko from descending into madness. It is good that you are here, Vexus. Soroban has made great strides in his training, it is true, but I believe we need to consider more drastic methods. Though he is not without potential, Soroban as he is simply lacks divinity. Should we carry on as we are, he may not be ready for when we need of his strength. As with Byakko before, there will become a time when we must confront Siryu and Suzuka, and quell the raging Arimatama within them. Accordingly, we must use every means at our disposal, no matter how dangerous, to ensure we are prepared. No matter how dangerous, what exactly did you have in mind? Oh ho, there's no need for a fearful trembling or withstanding into one shell. All I would have you do is open a box. Oh, is that all? Well, I've opened my fair share of boxes. But know that it is no ordinary box you must open. It is a Tamate Bako of geomancy, a sacred vessel which harbors the very power of time itself. And yet, you say there is no need for fearful trembling? This box sounds terribly dangerous. To what end would you have me open it? That you may bathe in the temporal magic and age of 1,000 years in an instant, that you may undergo the change and become an auspice, albeit into a magic's dissipate. You would have become an auspice like the four lords. Hold on, Vexus. Did you come across one of those Tamata Bako in Shizue, the Violent Tides? You did, didn't you? I am aware of similar relics in the possession of the Rayan. However, their magics alter only the appearance of those exposed. A murmurous trick and glamour, altogether unlike the phenomenal power of the Tamate Bako we seek. Know that there is no legend, but an incontrovertible truth, for the one who created the Tamate Bako of geomancy was a fellow auspice. Like many of us, he had lived long to see comrades become consumed by the Aratama, see them descend into madness and lay waste to the lands they had sworn to protect, and all, like many of us, he had no choice but to put an end to their rampages. The Espes knew full well that we were destined to share the fate, and so, before he too fell from grace, he resolved to craft the Tamate Bako of geomancy, and when his work was complete, he bathed it in its magics until he was no more. By the Kami, he chose to die when his mind was still his own. I don't know what to say. Once the true potential of the box was understood, that it could bring death to an auspice, it would be decided that it should be placed under lock and key in a swallow's compass until we had need of it. However, the Grand Mausoleum of King Ganon has been abandoned and the Shikigami forever bound to its halls as guardians, and only a warrior of surpassing strength can hope to overcome their trials. Is that another dungeon just like that? Steel yourself, Soroban, until the moment Vexus returns with the Tamate Bako of geomancy. You must train yourself like you've never trained before. Yes, of course. Speak with Kamai Taichi in Yangsha. Guess we go back to Yangsha again. Should be here somewhere. Swallow's Compass. Yeah, this looks like a dungeon. Hello, Kamaitachi. Oh, you made it, finally. I've only been waiting here forever, and a day, but hey, it's not like we've got potential calamity to worry about or anything. Anyway, I've already taken care of the wards sealing the tomb's entrance, so you're free to go in and get the box, but whatever you do, don't open it. And one more thing, I'll wager they told you about the Shikigami, but forget to mention that the box itself is guarded by one of us, a tough bugger and a half. You're a pretty tough bugger yourself, eh? You gave Byako what for, after all. Just don't say I didn't warn you. The Swallow's Compass is now accessible. Was that a dungeon or a trial? I think it's a dungeon, probably. That is crazy. So this is like, this quest, this chain quest, has already unlocked 2 dungeons and a trial. This will probably be the last thing I'll do before we call it quits today. So one final dungeon. There's a sightseeing orb here. Enshrined with this tome, his likeness carved on an imposing skill to the cliff's side is the person of Ganon, the great general who united the warring clans of Yangsha to rise as the first king of Doma. A skilled swordman and mage both, he is credited as the founding father of the Doman geomancy. That's the Namazu village. I'm sure this thing will pop. This one's really bad. What's up with that one? Jeez, that shovel's the worst one I've ever had. Right, Swallow's Compass. Let's see. New dungeon. Alright, let's see. Geomantic Kyofusha. Launch the trespass heart of the earth. Okay. Is this wind? Yes. Right, the first boss, Otengu. This thing has quite a bit of HP. Either that or DPS is kind of low, but... Alright, at least he's down. What level is this gear? 345. I mean, we already have the best of available gear, so it's not like we're gonna be needing any of this. Quite a big dungeon as well, it seems. I think we're close to the second boss now. Arrive at the Dragon's Mouth. Well, still going up, it seems. Defeat Daidarabuchi. So this is on top. This is where those roots are that we just saw when we were over at, I believe, Yongsha. Flying Nimbus. Oh, is that Son Goku? It is, isn't it? Wonder what he's called here. Okay, quite different. Quicheon Deshan. Looks like Son Goku. Second Heaven. Monkey Magics. Yeah, this is supposed to be Son Goku, I'm pretty sure. Apparently not. Then for my final trick, splitting hairs. Okay, is this the final? Once he's dead, is that it? Yep, that's it. GG. That was kind of easy. What other species was this? Where's the little monkey? Nowhere. They're all cats. I'm literally the only male human here. Yeah, with the flying Nimbus, for sure, that's Son Goku. I don't know why they called him different, though. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe this is the Japanese version of it. I have no idea. That's a cool dungeon, I liked it. No, not that one. This one. And since we were new to that dungeon, we should be able to reset Chloe's book at least. There you go. These are all pretty bad shovels, jeez. But yeah, just this stream we unlocked 1 trial and 2 dungeons. That's pretty good. And, well, I wonder if every lord that we face has like... Because we still need to face 2 more lords. Is that 2 more trials? So what item level was this? This was item level 330. And Hell's Lit was 310. So yeah, that's quite an increase, like 20 points. You are returned, and with the Tamata Bako of Geomancy, I gather. Legend in countless cultures tell the sacred relics that bring death and misfortune to those foolish enough to unleash their magics. Fortunately, the duty fails to Soroban. Or falls to Soroban. Very good, very good. Of course, there was no need to fear for the well-being of the warrior who faced my brother Byako and lived. Let us brook no further delay and make ready for this next stage of Soroban's training. Listen well, everyone, for the magics we are about to unleash are ancient and terrifying. It is exceedingly dangerous, especially for Soroban. I wish you would stop saying that. Be at ease, Soroban. Byako will devote his energy to maintaining the wards from Kuro's prison while we are occupied. Should you be indisposed for a time, we will manage. And I've been secretly practicing my Orikanama in preparation for a time like this. So don't worry, no matter what happens, we'll be ready. After all, we've each got to do our part if we are to claim the fabulous riches. I mean, if we're going to save the Ruby Sea from certain doom. Her enthusiasm notwithstanding, I expect we will need to turn to you to should the training go awry. Take a moment to see your equipment and let me know when you're ready to begin. Alright, we're gonna call it here for today. Because there's going to be another big battle and probably tons of cutscenes, etc. So, yeah, next stream we'll continue with this. Interesting so far. Like I said, 2 dungeons and 1 trial. That was all this side quest that we unlocked during the main quest. So, let's see what else there is. Because all of these are like 4,500 gold. That means there's usually trial or a dungeon involved. For now, I'm gonna end my stream here. I appreciate you all being here. If you guys liked the video, please leave it a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to help out, please consider subscribing as well. Me and my channel grow. While you're at it, if you have any tips, comments or suggestions, or would like to see me play another game, let me know down in the comments below and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. This is Daryl from Final Fantasy Fan, and I'll see you all in the next Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Till then. Thank you Adam for joining and a 15-month subscription. I appreciate all the support you've given. Thank you Dylan for joining. Appreciate you being here, buddy. As well as Rick. Thank you for being in chat. Last but not least, my baby girl, thank you for joining, beautiful. I love you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Till then.
The stars are whispering to the night, a tale of journeys bathed in light. Footsteps fade on the softest ground. Dreams are calling without a sound. Lay your head on the clouds above. Let the winds cradle you with love. Close Close your eyes, the world will wait. Dreams unfold at the heavens' gates. A lantern flickers soft and slow, guiding hearts where dreams may flow. The sky wears hues of gentle gold. Stories rest as the night takes hold. Lay your head on the clouds above. Let the winds cradle you with love. Close your eyes, the world will wait. Dreams unfold at the heavens' gates. The echoes of the day retreat. Soft lullabies in shadows meet. A gentle hum, a melody, unraveling all memories. Lay your head on the clouds above. Let the winds cradle you with love. Close your eyes, the world will wait. Dreams unfold at the heavens' gates. The echoes of the day retreat. Soft lullabies in shadows meet. A gentle hum, a melody, unraveling all memories.